Blizard Lalo is surprisingly effective at Town Hall 16 with the overpowered Root Raiders, plus baits being set up for Super Archer Clone Blimps and not Blizzard Blimps. It's got free reign to dominate Town Hall 16. This attack right here is a perfect example of bases being far more concerned with Super Archer Clone Blimps than Blizzard Blimp locations. Look at how safe this blimp is. No room for SAMs, and look at how far it goes into the base. Now, if you got a Super Archer Clone Blimp here, maybe it would be effective, maybe it wouldn't. I couldn't really tell you, but most of the time Super Archer Clone Blimps these days are going for the Town Hall, but you don't really have to do that with the Blizzard Blimp. And have a look at the value here. Gonna clear out this entire area of the base, even get the multi down and a CC pull. Now, Zap Lalo is obviously incredibly popular at the moment. Zap spells very, very powerful, and on top of that, Lalo's pretty good as well. But the one thing I love about Blizard Lalo over Zap Lalo is this right here. Dealing with the CC on the outside of the base, pulling the CC with your Blizzard Blimp. Most of the time with Zap Lalo, even if you use a blimp, it's to blimp the Town Hall and not necessarily get a CC pull. So a lot of the times, and I've been running Zap Lalo recently, you deal with a triple Ice Golem CC during your Sui, and you get such little value. But look at this, the Queen deals with the CC, easy does it. Now we can go into our Sui without having to worry about it. King and Queen going to come in for the Town Hall, and look at this beautiful wall break here. This Sui value is going to be insane, and yet again, it's primarily because we were able to deal with the CC on the outside of the base under no duress. So King's on the top side, use the Gauntlet, beautifully done by him. Queen's going to come in, and look, the Queen can now reach the Eagle Artillery, which is insane to think about. Look at the time left as well. By the way, worth noting, bring in the healer puppet, but we'll talk more about the hero equipment later in the video. Look at the time left in this. You can Lalo so quickly because the Blizzard gets plenty of value, the Sui gets plenty of value, and still on top of that, you have more spells for your Lalo than you would for a Zap Lalo as well. Now, Zap Lalo is strong because there's no real risk with it, in the sense that, you know, you can't fail the Blizzard as much, you know, and even if you get a bad Sui value, you can still recover it with the Lalo most of the time. But still, look at this. Loons are coming around. Yes, you don't have a siege machine for the Lalo, but easily enough to take down the base. Still got the Royal Champion. Now, we'll talk about the pets in the next attack, because I asked Drago why he's not using the Fox, and he said he prefers the Diggy, which was a little bit surprising. But look at that line of freeze spells. You've got 5 freeze spells in this army, but Drago never needs them. In this attack, I want to talk about the CC composition. So we got this blimp coming in here, and he wants to get it into the Rage Tower compartment. But look, this blimp goes down very quickly here, and Drago's not sure. So notice he puts the Rage spell down quite early before the Super Wizards come out, because he rages the one normal wall breaker that he's got in the blimp. So he's got 4 Super Wizards, 1 normal wall breaker, and 8 goblins. The 8 goblins are there to get out quickly and tank any of the giant bombs that may be in the area. And then the normal wall breaker's job is, if he wants to open a wall, he will put the rage spell down early. But if he doesn't want to open up a wall, he will delay the rage spell. That's so much better than, say, putting a super wall breaker in there, because the super wall breaker is going to open the wall no matter what. And some of the time, you don't want that for your super wizard pathing. So essentially, if you need your super wizards to go through a layer of wall, then rage the blimp and the wall breaker will do the job. If not, don't rage it and you'll be fine. Worth noting, the baby drag dealt with the CC for free, and the wizard at the top side. I mean, I love this army comp for that. The healer puppet coming in a little handy here. Let's see how that goes. We've got a wall break on the right hand side, and that is so the ice golem can step up a little bit and freeze all the defenses. I love that. But have a look at this queen. She is barely going to live here, and that is all because of the healer puppet. Not just the healers, but keep in mind, with the healer puppet, you get the extra HP. The frozen arrow doesn't give you that extra HP. So I'm with Drago on this. I really like the healer puppet with Blizzard or Zap Lalo attacks. When I was running Zap Lalo, I did a bit of frozen arrow and a bit of healer puppet, and it's safe to say that the healer puppet, both for the extra health, but also for the ability to turn it into a mini queen charge, definitely came out on top for me. This Lalo, complete overkill. Look at how many swag spells he's got. 6. swag, spells. People are not baiting this. In the past, look where he landed. In the past, you'd have a bunch of giant bombs in this Rage Tower compartment. You don't have them there anymore. People don't Super Archer clone Blimp there, and Blizzard just doesn't exist in people's minds. But it should. I just want to show you the Blizzard Blimp in this attack to show you that people really aren't baiting this army anymore. So have a look where the Blimp lands. Now, in the past, you would have giant bombs in between the bomb tower and the scatter shot here, but they're not there anymore. Look at this. The Super Wizards are able to step up, and despite landing the Blimp nowhere near where he should have been able to land it, have a look at this. So much value. We don't quite take down the Queen, but we get the CC pull and that entire compartment cleared out. And you guess it, he goes on to destroy this base. But what about ring bases? What do you do? I said to myself, there's no way he ward and blimps on ring bases, right? Then I watched this hit and I couldn't believe it. This might be one of the best recoveries of all time. So have a look, comes in with the blimp. Now, he could pop the Blimp open right now, but there's no guarantee that the Super Wizards will get the Town Hall, and there's likely a lot of giant bombs around the inner ring. So what does he do? He lets the Poison Tower shoot, so it misses his Super Wizards, and look at that. He lets the Blimp open on the Town Hall. Now, why would you do that? Because if you have a look where this first invis here, there is no way for his Super Wizards to target the Town Hall. So what he's going to do is let his Super Wizards target everything around the Town Hall for the first couple of invis, like this. Now, notice they are still in the poison effect. Drago did mess up here. Then with the last invis, allow his Super Wizards to target the Town Hall. But because the Poison Tower was just covering the Super Wizards, this ends up failing. But safe to say, if it wasn't for the Poison Tower there, the entire core of this base probably would have been gone. But yeah, invested a lot to get a whole lot of nothing with this attack. And this comes to the next point, and we've talked about it with Zap Lalo before. Zap Lalo is so strong at the moment because people are running 3 single Infernos to stop the Root Riders. Root Riders, obviously the strongest army in the game, the strongest troop we've had in the game in 3 or 4 years at this point. It's quite ridiculous how strong it is, but it opens up the path for Blizard Lalo. So Blizard Lalo doesn't have just things going for it because no one's baiting the Blimps. It's also because no one's trying to stop Lalo. They've just given up at this point, honestly. So the King's gonna go. Yet again, we've got the Gauntlet ability. Keep in mind, with this army, you have 5 freeze spells. I mean, it is so many freeze spells. I don't think people quite understand that. Queen coming in, will pop her ability in a second, get those nice little healers. They're not going to do a whole lot, but the Invis Vial helps get the Town Hall down, and the Queen gets the Monolith down as well. And we just got to do a no Warden Lalo. We've got the Royal Champion on the right-hand side. Now let's talk about this. Why does he go with the Diggy? And I'm going to be honest, I don't really have a good reason. I kind of challenged him on it, and he said he did a few FCs and the Diggy was better. In my opinion, I'd do what Stars does, particularly with Blizzard attacks where you use the RC with the Lalo 9 times out of 10. I would do the Diggy on the Warden and the Fox on the Royal Champion, because the RC with the Fox is insane, particularly with Lalo attacks. Now, no disrespect to Drago. Obviously, he's got something that's working for him, and I'm not going to challenge him on that. But yeah, that's what I would recommend at the minimum. He is running the Frosty on the Warden, though, which is interesting. I've never seen the Frosty on a Warden for a Lalo attack, but Drago seems to really rate it. So at the minimum, I would switch the Diggy to the Fox, and then on the Warden, run the Frosty or the Diggy, completely up to you. Or do what Drago's doing, because it's mighty successful. How essential is the Invis Vial with Blizard Lalo? Well, in this attack, we're sure to find out. But before we talk about that, let's watch this Blizzard. So land on a giant bomb, but a giant bomb is not enough to take down max level Super Wizards. You need 1 giant bomb and 1 mini bomb. So thankfully for Drago here, no mini bomb. Worth noting, he said this, if you land directly on a double giant bomb, it will only take out 2 of your Super Wizards. So the Gobs can only tank to a certain degree, but they will not, the double giant bomb will not take out all of your Super Wizards. And some of the time, 2 Super Wizards is enough to get the job done. Now, back to the Queen, because have a look at this. running the healer puppet, which by the way is not maxed. In none of the attacks today he's at the maxed healer puppet, so he's only had 2 low level healers rather than 3 coming out. But we've got the frozen arrow with the queen as well. Let's see how effective this is. So we got the first wall break, and then we're going to do a second wall break onto the multi-archer tower here. Now, the invis vial is obviously insanely strong, but with the invis vial, it's you know, you can pop it on the defensive heroes, but it's nowhere near as effective as the frozen arrow is. And now have a look at this. We've got the unicorn and 2 healers putting in good work, and you've got 5 freeze spells with this army. That's what I kind of like about this as a potential option, right? You've got the 5 freeze spells anyway. It's not like in any of these attacks Dragos use that many of the freeze spells. Why not use it for a mini queen charge? Now, I'm going to say something just so we're all on the same page. There's no doubt in my mind that the invis vial probably would have been better in this attack, and 9 times out of 10 it will be better as well. But it's definitely food for thought that you can look at using the frozen arrow and the healer equipment with this, because a lot of the time your queen's not in desperate need of the invis. Warden ability goes through the town hall. Loons take a bit of damage, but that's alright. He's got plenty of loons for the back end. He's doing the exact same thing as Stars, making sure he doesn't invest all his balloons through the town hall, saves plenty for the back end. This is one of the rare attacks where he does use all of his spells, but that's because he attempted a queen walk in the middle. So I think we can all come to the same agreement that the invis vial is better, but there is a potential use case, not this attack, but there is definitely a potential use case where the frozen arrow and healer puppet can get more value. On this base could have been, but the monolith required a few too many freeze spells. Finishing off with the diamond. Now, diamond bases are not popular in the game at all at the moment. In fact, I would highly recommend you not run a diamond base, but I felt like for the sake of the video I had to show one just in case you all do run into a diamond base. Now, why do diamond bases struggle? I really can't give you a good answer. Diamond bases were really good at Town Hall 15 because you could have the double rage tower, and essentially with the Town Hall and the double rage tower you had 3 insanely high DPS parts of the base, or at least deadly parts of the base is probably a better way to put it. But at Town Hall 16, Rage Towers are solid, but they're definitely not as strong as the Poison Towers at the moment, because the Poison Towers do stop the Gauntlet bug a lot better than the Rage Towers do. So you don't see them be as good. You also see Queen charges go that well on it, because it's generally pretty easy to charge the Town Hall, and spam goes pretty well on it as well. It doesn't really defend a whole lot, and Blizzard is definitely one of those armies. In saying that, Blizzard probably of all the base styles would struggle on diamonds the most, so it's another reason to use this army, because diamonds are barely part of the meta. But yeah, didn't really give great as insight as I thought I would there on why diamond bases are struggling. It's hard to pinpoint an exact reason, but just know that I'm glad they're struggling. More than happy to not see them be part of the meta at all. Nice Warden ability. We make sure we get the Headhunters in the Warden. They go and completely wreck the defensive Queen. We also got a Lava Hound. It's all the same stuff as Zap Lalu. It's just you've got a Blizzard, which is a bit more risky and will take a bit to learn. Now, Drago was asked on one of his recent YouTube videos, by the way. Make sure you do subscribe to his YouTube. It is great content, the best Blizard Lalo content out there at the moment. He did say to master this army will probably take 3 to 4 months. Honestly, I reckon that's quicker to master than Zap Lalo. Zap Lalo will take a seriously long time to master. This, yeah, it is risky, and when the blizzards go wrong, you're going to get some low % hits. But you are going to get a solid 3-star rate. Now, in saying that, given how the meta is at the moment, there are definitely better armies that are less risky, but this A looks super satisfying, but B could also still be strong once we get those new defense levels, as you're going to see in a second here. Drago going to swag 5 spells casually. This guy is insane. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel. The link to it will be in the description down below, and let us know, have you given Blizz Lalo a go? Will you give Blizz Lalo a go? you should give Blizz Lalo a go, in my opinion. In case you're not aware, Drago does have a YouTube channel, as you can see here. He posts basically daily videos showcasing his Blizard Lalo Attack. So if you want to learn Blizard Lalo from arguably now the best Blizard Lalo player in the world, make sure you subscribe to his channel, just like I have.